Hey, I'm Chris Troy, host of St. Clair County RISA's Moment in History, and I'm here in Port Huron at Lakeside Cemetery at the grave of Clinton Barker Conger. Born July 24, 1847, in Plymouth, Ohio, Clinton was the son of Seymour Beach Conger and Mary Abigail Barker. Conger was raised and attended school in Ohio, where his favorite course of study was engineering. Conger was the eldest of 8 children and remained with his mother and father to help raise his siblings until the age of 24. Having earned an engineering degree from the University of Ohio, Conger turned to the rail service in 1870. In order to accept a job with the Port Huron Great Lakes Rail Line, Conger moved to Port Huron to live with his uncle, Representative Omar D. Conger, in 1871. He initially began as a locomotive fireman, but was quickly promoted to an engineer on the Port Huron-Lansing, Michigan Railroad, which was now part of the Grand Trunk Railroad between Port Huron and Chicago. In 1874, Conger met Cornelia Elvira Smith, a shop girl from Port Huron. The two fell in love and were married on February 11, 1874. Clinton and Cornelia would go on to have 6 children: Amy, Seymour, Louis, Ralph, William, and Arthur. Their son Arthur, though, would only live from September 1884 till October 1884. From September 1880 to September 1882, Clinton served as a locomotive foreman in Indiana, and on November 1, 1887, was appointed mechanical engineer for the Commission of Railroads in Michigan. On March 1, 1891, Clinton Barker Conger entered the service of the Chicago and West Michigan and the Detroit-Lansing Northern Railroad as foreman of engines and superintendent of air brakes. 9 years later, in 1900, these two rail lines would consolidate to form what we knew today as the Pierre Marquette Railroad. On January 1, 1899, Mr. Conger was hired to serve as associate editor of Railroad and Locomotive Engineering, which was a practical publication regarding locomotive operation and maintenance. Shortly following his time as editor, he joined the Railroad Department of International Correspondence Schools to serve as the superintendent of instruction, then joined the sales force of the W.M. Sellers Company, Incorporated, in their injector department. He also served as a member of the Brotherhood of Locomotive Engineers in 1872. The Traveling Engineers Association was formed in 1893, and Conger was overwhelmingly elected to serve as their inaugural president. At the age of 65, on October 29, 1912, Clinton Barker Conger passed away in his home in Port Huron. In honoring their first president, the Traveling Engineers Association erected this monument to Conger so that his name and accomplishments to their organization would never be forgotten. For Moment in History Extra, I'm Chris Troy, reminding you that history lives in all of us.